I'm tucking my shirt in because I'm being deadly serious about this one. Do you eat Oreos with no milk? Do you eat Oreos with no milk? No leche con al Oreos. Die. I swear to Christ, if you suck down that biscuit without wetting your lips on a cow's titty, you're a diagnosed psychopath in my eyes and deserve to go to hell alongside the French. But speaking of hell, since you brought it up and not me, today I want to talk about someone who lived through a literal hell for 500 days on the bounce. Her name is Patrice Flamina, a 50-year-old Spanish mountaineer who agreed to take part in a scientific experiment in which she was lowered into an isolated cave alone by herself for nearly a year and a half. The purpose of this experiment is quite obvious. The scientists just wanted to kill an old lady. No, they actually wanted to see what the effects on a human body extreme isolation underground would have. Now, as somebody who spent a lot of time in caves and holes for his 45 years of life, her dedication to stick to just one for 2 years is nothing short of admirable. I mean, me personally, I got 5 minutes tops and then I'm off to the next. I'll send you a postcard under a fake name, of course. I don't want anybody tracking me down for child support. And I repeat this in rapid fire succession. So her dedication to start this experiment at 48 years old and emerge at 50 is nothing short of impressive. Now, as of right now, they don't actually have the scientific data on the effects of her brain and body, but she was so kind to give CNN an interview in which she spoke about some of her personal struggles and the hard aspects of living in that cave for so long. Flamina began her challenge on Saturday, November 20th, 2021, before the outbreak of the Ukraine war, the end of Spain's COVID mask requirements, and the death of the Britain's Queen Elizabeth II. Unknown fact to me, or I assume the majority of people, have any of you ever seen Queen Elizabeth when she was younger? David! God save the Queen indeed. No wonder English people are so f***ing patriotic, my bro. If my president was walking around looking like that, mate, oh my god, I'd die in a war in a second. It's not even that she's, like, really attractive. It's just because of the way she stands and acts, how prim and proper she looks. Whereas I'm just the dirty little peasant boy trying to please you. Oh, I'm gonna go climb in that casket myself. Just spit on me. Flamina spent her time underground doing exercises, painting and drawing and knitting woolly hats. She took 2 GoPro cameras to document her time and got through 60 books and 1,000 liters of water, according to her support team.
Míos, no exteriores, sino míos. Dejé de contar y ya perdí la percepción temporal el resto del tiempo. Que el día 65 no sé en qué día externo coincide, no sé en qué mes. No tengo ni idea. Los que han conseguido que cumpla los 500 días, que era mi propósito, pasar 500 días en el interior de una cueva.
Entonces, no es que el tiempo pase más rápido o más lento, es que el tiempo no pasa, porque siempre son las 4 de la mañana.
Am I gonna be the one to say it? She's alone, in an isolated cave, 500 days, with nothing but time to kill. I think you're gonna hear some buzzing from the mouth of that cave. I mean, let's be realistic here, dudes. Year and a half is a long time, and surely after a while an extra curvy rock is gonna be tempting. Either that or I'm gonna get rope burns from tugging on something besides the actual slack to pull me up and down. Flamina said there were hard moments, such as when the cave was invaded by flies, and some beautiful ones, she said. If this is your dream and you're realizing it, why are you gonna cry? I'd cry because my dream is to go into a cave. You're not exactly shooting for the moon. What do you want to be when you grow up? A literal fucking hermit crab. It doesn't exactly scream inspiring. I'm gonna speed run through some of our highlights so you don't fall asleep. Flamina was put into the Guinness Book of Records as officially having the longest time served trapped underground. She said emotionally, you have to remain conscious of your feelings. If you're afraid, that's something natural, but never let panic in or you get paralyzed. Unsurprisingly, on day 65, she wasn't able to keep count of time anymore and pretty much just began to blend the days together, unable to tell the difference. And something that really stood out to me was even if one of her family members died, she still could not be contacted. After reading all the facts about this experiment, I personally am torn between my own emotions, as I've been ripped out of the page and I think this woman's an absolute moron. But to be fair, I think all people who do spelunking are the lowest IQ of the entire population of this earth. In her case, it's forgivable because the research gained from this I can imagine will be absolutely invaluable in the future. But the men and women who willingly climb into squeezes and tight crevices, ooh, that sounds nice. I'll be right back. Of this planet's most dangerous areas underground, or just begging for death. Oh, Jesus. Like cave diving and cave exploring, as far as an extreme sport or a dangerous hobby, is a combination of the worst of every aspect. Because first of all, you're not going to find anything good underneath the ground, unless you find some like Neanderthal bones or something. And second, in order to go see this nothing good, you have to twist your body like a pretzel, and risk being trapped underground to die of dehydration or starvation. Just take a look at this cuck for yourself, man.
Oh my god. That is slick.
You gotta get out and get your ass round. That's how I would even try and get level.
The videos alone make me gag in the least fun way. Who sees this footage and is like, yeah, that looks like a great time? I would rather jump out of an airplane and die on impact. But speaking of dying, you will in 7 days if you don't subscribe. I could be one of those old clickbait things that used to go around WhatsApp.
If you do not forward this to certain friend, your mother die of cancer, and Bloody Mary kill you. And also you're racist. Ooh.
That's all I have to say on the matter, guys. Congratulations to Flaminia, because she somehow managed to survive until 50 years old. See you folks later. Bye-bye.